Hi fam, thanks for joining me on the Ghanaian Farmer YouTube channel. My name is Enyanam. If this is your first time, please subscribe and share this link. I'm bringing you excerpts of our visit to a farmland, about 10 acres of farmland, all the way in Ebri, right behind the Ebri township. A very good location for farming. And our client, Mohammed for short, works and stays in Dubai. He reached out to us a few days ago, was in our office. We discussed general farming informations, the possibilities, and everything that there is to know before you go into farming. Of course, he is settling on greenhouse vegetable farming. And so, as one of our recommendations, farming is best when you start on the right note. What does right note means? It means that you need to get an expert say, an expert advice. And right there in my shot, you can see Dr. Felix Kamasa, the award-winning international commercial farmer from Ghana, the biggest from Ghana, who does export to many countries, from India to Germany to France to Netherlands to the UK, everywhere. His crops are going there. And so it was just right. As an agency, we work closely with the farmers who will give you nothing but the best. So we invited him to join us and our client to visit his land so that he can have a first a fair knowledge about the location, the acres of the land, where we can actually situate the greenhouse, how many boreholes he will be needing on the site, electricity. Well, Muhammad is lucky. He has a very good road network all the way to his farm, so he doesn't have a lot of problems when it comes to transporting his farm produce to the market or to his off-taker. So there you can see the mountain right there, the Ebri mountain, and we're inching closer and closer to exactly where his land is. So one of the key things we highlighted on is discouraging the aspirant who lives abroad, buy land and then leave it ajar without anything being done on it, without anybody being in charge of it. So we told him, listen, landowners in Ghana, at times they have sold the land to you, they've taken your money. You can see him holding some document. That's the land document. But if after a couple of years they realize you're not developing the land, they might end up selling the land to another person, and that person will be quick to start working on it. So when you come back, the first owner or the first buyer, when you return and realize that somebody is working on your land and you're trying to have your land back, you want to reclaim your land back, it becomes a police case, ends up in the court. At times the court says, hey, who started a property first on the land? The one who has the property. They tell you, if you have money, just reimburse or pay back the first owner, and that's how you lose out on a good land you have at a good location. And so we've encouraged him that please, as soon as possible, clear the land, fence the land, start something on it so that nobody would start encroaching. We also advise him against allowing community folks to be farming on the land. If you're a regular viewer on my channel, I'm sure you saw an interview that I did somewhere in the eastern region where people buy lands and say, oh, I'm not ready. So some of the community smallholder farmers can be working on it. In the meantime, when I'm ready, I'll come for my land. Do not attempt that, because in the process of allowing them to be using the land for a while, when you are ready and you come for your land, or you ask them, please, can you vacate the land and give me back my land, it become a war. It become troubles, issues, misunderstanding. They might end up driving you away from that land. You will never ever have access to your land anymore. That one, you should make your checks. So this once again is the Ghanaian farmer. Apart from bringing you insightful educational interviews on our channel, we do farm tourism. So if you are far away and you want to do farm tourism, you can reach out to us on 0554830431, and we will book the various farms in the regions you want to visit, how many days you spend in your hotel, everything would arrange for you at a cost. Please, we are a business, so we charge. The team that goes on sets, everything, they are paid at the end of the day, so we also charge. Please, when you call, be ready to pay. Mohammed has done the right thing, and that's why we are here with him. Some of you call and you demand for, give me this number, I need advice on this. As soon as we mention there is a consultancy fee, you feel like, why is she asking for this? Well, this is the work we do. This is what put food on our table. So we can't be rendering free service. So that's it. Dr. Kabasa making a few questions, asking a few questions with Mohammed to get a better understanding of what his plans are and what he intends doing, how soon he wants to start with this project, who's going to take care of it for him. Absentee farming is not allowed. For us as an agency, when you come, we kick against it. We strongly advise against it. If you are not ready to come and settle and get fully involved, do not even think about it. Not even your family. We do not even encourage that you want to start an investment and leave it in the care of your family. The passion, the love, the commitment, the patience, the trouble which you're going to take to work on your project might not be the same as what family will do to it. So you want to be very careful and very sure that whoever you want to entrust your project into is equally passionate about it, just like you are. So yes, we are still chit-chatting. I had a few moments to talk to Dr. Kamasa and also Mohammed, to find out from Mohammed, how did you find us? How did you find the Ghanaian farmer? And what has been your experience with us so far? And also, if he'll recommend us to another person he knows or who is interested in going into farming. He talked about how most people who live abroad has trust issues with people they call confiding in them to assist them with with venturing into farming or information on farming. There's a lot of trouble with them, but with us, the Ghanaian farmer, everything was transparent, everything was smooth, everything was straightforward. So we had a very short conversation with him, and of course, definitely, you know that I wasn't going to allow Dr. Kamasa run off like that. We found out from him how relevant and important it is for a startup farmer, especially when the person is eyeing to be a commercial farmer, to hire the services of an expert to actually guide him through from the start to his standing on his feet. And Dr. Kamasa Farm also train people who want to go into greenhouse farming but do not have skilled workers. So greenhouse farming is very, very much intense, and so you need skilled workers to be able to work in your farm, to do the right thing, when to water the crops, the temperature, and all those things. I asked him about it, so he also shared a few tips here and there. So if this is your first time on my channel, please subscribe, please, yes, I'm sure you watching, please subscribe and share the link. We need a lot more subscription, we need a lot more views. Please support us so that we can be able to travel around the country. We still have a few regions to go, and the good news is we are coming up with another content very soon. If you look on my channels, you get to see there are other channels that I have opened. Please subscribe to them as well and be on the standby for these you know, videos very soon. So yes, that's me and Mohammed and Dr. Kamasan getting ready for an interview. Dr. Kamasan wanted to run away, but I said no, you have to talk. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Hi fam, thanks for joining us on the Ghanaian Farmer YouTube channel. My name is Enyonam. We are all the way in the Eastern region, precisely in Abri, and we are here to survey a site, a location, a farmland for farming. I mean, specifically, we are looking at greenhouse farming. It is always advisable that you get an expert say, an expert advice before you venture or you zoom into full operation, because it costs a lot of money. And so we have the expert here, Dr. Kamasan. You've seen him a couple of times in my interviews on my channel. And here right with me is Mohammed, who just visited our office a few days ago to actually chit chat with us. So let's find out from him how he got to find out about the Ghanaian farmer, his experience with us so far, what he has to tell those who are also looking forward to come and do business in Ghana. And then we'll come to the expert himself. What does it mean for me to bring him all the way to my side and for him to come and supervise? What does he have to say about that? So thank you very much, Mohammed.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Likewise.
Are you a Ghanaian?
I am a Ghanaian.
All right. What is it about farming that attract your attention and then you were thinking of considering of zooming into that area?
Right, okay, so I mean the key thing for me has been how do we find solutions to the unemployment situations in the country. I mean, we've got land, we've got very fertile land, and agriculture has not always been the forefront of people's thoughts. When people are talking about, I want to do something for myself, I want to be an entrepreneur or something, farming is the least, because we all know that typically people assume that farmers are uneducated, the usual stereotypical situation. So, if you're a friend of mine and I just had to thought about it, and we were like, we've got all this land, why don't we do something about it? Why don't we, utilize the land, utilize expertise like yourself, and then try and create something that, one, create jobs for people, but secondly, feed the nation.
Okay.
And obviously, there's a third point, which is actually, there's some money to be made out of it as well.
Right.
So we thought about it, and actually, I do have a few friends who have started doing it, and they kept pushing that. Look, let's all look at it. Let's all support each other and try and do something for the nation. So,
okay. How did you get to know about the Ghanaian Farmer channel?
So again, it goes back to another friend who started it, and he sent me a WhatsApp message to say, "Oh, check out Ghanaian Farmer on YouTube. Very informative, very supportive, and so I did try. And to be honest, I've been hooked on it since."
I see. Thank you very much. So how long have you been following that before you finally decided to take that step of calling us?
Yeah, so probably I would say probably about 6 months, maybe longer. I was actually involved in some of your live sessions.
I see. So you're one of the viewers.
Yeah, so I sent you a couple of messages. Right. I remember. Yeah, but no, it's for me, it's important to get people locally who can support, especially people, the people of the diaspora. The issue has always been there's no one to trust, there's no one to rely on. So for us, it's important to be able to get someone you can speak to who's professional, who's very helpful, and true to their words. And I remember I messaged you a few months ago to say, this is what I'm looking at, and you've been very helpful since, to be honest. And obviously I came to see you the other day, and true to your words, we're here. We're here.
Okay. All right. So Mohammed, thank you very much. I know there is more we're going to talk about in the coming days, but thank you very much. I'm happy you appreciate the service we are rendering to you, and we look forward to having a long working relationship with you. But for now, I'm going to let go of you because I don't want people to notice you too much. But then let me hook on to this man right here, the expert himself, Dr. Kamasan. Oh, Doc, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Nice having you again. Dr. Kamasan, so what does it mean for an investor who is going into the area of agriculture to get someone involved in your area, for instance, greenhouse farming? How important is that? I have my land. Why don't I straight get a tractor, plow my land and let me plant? Why is it important for me to bring you to come and look at where I'm going to do the project?
Yeah, people see agriculture is just a simple way to start farming. Now the dynamic of agriculture is changing. The climate is changing. And then we realized that before you start something, you need experts,
Okay.
people who have the experience to be on your site,
Right.
to guide you, so that you have a right investment in place. Because this greenhouse farming you want to do is investment very
Yes.
expensive.
Yes. Yes.
So we don't want you to lose that investment. So you have to follow the people who have that experience, who have that kind of greenhouse knowledge, even giving them the return, helping them to produce more food stuff for the country for export as well.
Right.
So that will even help people who are afraid of agriculture. Because agriculture is area where people think that it's no-go area.
Okay.
They don't want to put their investment there.
Yeah.
So we think that we have to work together, have the experts on the board, can help them, guide them, so that they can achieve their goal, what exactly they want to do, to motivate them to even bring those people who even travel, they don't want even to invest in the country,
Yeah.
to come back to invest in the country,
Okay.
to create more job for the youth.
Yeah.
You could realize that most of the youth are crying for job.
Exactly.
And agriculture now is not like using hoe and cutlass.
No.
The dynamic of agriculture has changed.
Right. It's true. So right now you come to see the location. Is it a good location for what he has in mind?
When you're able to follow the protocol, the guidelines, you can able to achieve and get a
Okay.
good return
Okay.
and employ more people. Because that 10 acres at greenhouses you want to put up, you will employ people not less than at least 50 people.
50 people.
Based on from production
Okay.
all the way to the sorting, the marketing team you want to put in place. So then it's going to be a great thing to help the country.
Okay.
Yeah, it's even going to ease the government not to people, the youth will be
Yeah.
moving around
Yeah.
the ministry looking for jobs. Because accessibility, there's
It's easy.
electricity
Yeah.
here. So I think it's a good investment where I want to encourage him personally that he can go into.
You mentioned that he'll be needing 3 boreholes.
Yes.
Why? Is it not too much?
It's not too much because greenhouse is a controlled environment.
Okay.
The plant need water. Bear in mind that the greenhouse is not like open food. If there's a dew in the night, the plant can take all those things for to feed on. This one you are going to feed it. It's just like you have your baby in your stomach. You have to make sure that you take care of it. So that the baby can eat what and survive. Yeah.
All right. So, there's more to talk about when it comes to his experts say. This is just briefly for us to introduce you to what we do. Apart from our documentaries, we do consultancy. We also do training. We do seminars. We do agro-tourism. So if you are in any part of the country and you want to come down to Ghana to do farm tourism, his farm, Maflis Trust Ghana Limited, is one of the biggest commercial farms here in the Volta region, Central region. He has a couple of them scattered around. He does training for other farmers who are now starting and they want their workers to be skilled workers. He also does training. So just follow on us 0554-830431. 0554-830431. Just follow on us and let's talk. But hey, our service are charged. He came here, he has to be paid. So when you call me and I ask for my charges, don't get angry. Let's do business. Help me, let me help you. But thank you very much. Dr. Kamasa, my man.